Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of the Tony Fantauzzi Show. Today we are going to be talking about a highly anticipated death penalty case, the death penalty case of Mr. Smith. Today we have a special guest with us today, Mr. Anthony Gonzalez, who is the lead attorney on this case. Mr. Gonzalez, my first question to you is this. Just give our audience some background information on the case.
Well, sure. I just want to begin by thanking Mr. Fantauzzi for having me on the show today. And I just want to thank everybody sitting in their living room right now watching the show and all the general public for being so open and receptive and just wanting to know a little bit more about the facts of this particular case. As Mr. Fantauzzi said, my name is Anthony Gonzalez. I work for the Gonzalez Trial Lawyers here out of Jacksonville, Florida, and I am representing Mr. Smith in the current matter before litigation. In this current case, the state is charging Mr. Smith with a capital offense of murder, and they are also charging him with another felony offense of aggravated rape. However, at all relevant times, my client has maintained his innocence, and I am confident that at the end of this trial, my client will be exonerated.
Mr. Gonzalez, I know I want to know, and I'm sure the audience wants to know if your client is guilty or not guilty. What evidence do you have that supports that your client is not guilty?
Well, yes. Although I would love to sit here and discuss all different types of evidence that we have in trial, which we have been discussing. In this current case, we are still in litigation. So at this moment, the discovery phase is still ongoing, and there are just certain information which cannot be released to the public because to do so could possibly jeopardize the trial or could prejudice my client in a particular way which would not be beneficial. So what has been released, such as police reports and different scenes of the crime scene there, a reasonable person or even a reasonable jury would easily come to the conclusion after viewing the evidence in the totality that to be able to conclude that my client did not commit these crimes which have been alleged, and my client is completely innocent of the crime which he has been charged today.
Your client is being charged for the death penalty. Are these charges against your client enough for the death penalty?
What the state is alleging is that my client murdered another individual. Murder is the killing of another human being with malice aforethought. My client is asserting, however, affirmative defenses to this. My client is asserting the defense of self-defense. He was forced to defend his life after he was put in danger. And as for the other charge of rape, he is asserting the defense of it being consensual. So at the end of the day, with all the evidence that we have, we are confident that my client's charges will be dropped and my client will be exonerated.
Mr. Gonzalez, I want to thank you for sacrificing time out of your day to come talk to us and to come talk to the audience. Audience, I just want to let you know, on the Tony Fantauzzi Show, you always hear it here first. Thank you and have a good night.
Thank you.